Hi guys, Paul here. Today I'm going to be doing a shaving video using a soap called, or from a company called Soap Commander. This is a artisan soap that is made by a fellow that's active on several of the Facebook forums. His name is Darren Siebert. Him and his wife own a soap company, and this is their shaving soap brand. It's called Soap Commander. They have a number of different scents in their lineup. The purpose is a bay rum scented shaving soap, and since I like bay rum, that's the one I got, and I'm going to go ahead and give that a go today. For my brush, I'm going to be using one of my favorites. This one was in my top 5 list, and this is the Simpson Duke 3 Best Badger, and this one is in the faux coral handle. So I'm going to be using that brush. And for my razor, I'm going to be using the Parker 26C. This razor has been getting a lot of accolades on the forums for being a very nice, comfortable shaving, low-cost open comb razor. I have used this several times, and I'll let you know my thoughts on this as I go ahead and do the shave. I've already applied my pre-shave, and for the pre-shave I've been using Vito's pre-shave, and probably got about a quarter of that left, and I've been enjoying that. And as I stated in my previous videos, this is like a combination between the 3P and Perazzo. It kind of has some features of both of those. Has a little bit of camphor, but not as strong as the 3P. And it also has a eucalyptus menthol scent of the Perazzo. So, and it also has a nice menthol tingle to it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab the soap here, and I'm going to go ahead and take my brush and I'm going to squeeze it out and shake out as much water as I can, and I'm going to go ahead and use the dry loading technique. So I'm just going to start loading the brush here on the soap, and I'm going to get a good loading of the soap, and then we'll go ahead and get going. This is got a nice bay rum scent. Got some clove and a little bit of cinnamon and a nice amount of bay oil in there. It seems like it's not overly sweet, which I like. So far I've used this 2 or 3 times, and I've been pretty impressed with it. So looking forward to using it in the video for you guys today. So, okay, looks like I got a pretty good loading of soap there. Try and get as much of that off there as I can. Just going to apply some water to my face. I'm going to go ahead and face lather this. So when I use the dryer brush technique with a badger brush, I do soak the brush. I don't just use the brush completely dry like you can with the synthetic. I think soaking it kind of softens the fibers a little bit and protects them from being overstressed and breaking. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the water on a trickle, and I'll just kind of add the water little by little until I get the soap built up to a thickness and hydration that I desire. And as you can see, the soap lathers up very nicely, makes a nice creamy thick lather with pretty little effort. I'm just going to keep adding a little bit more water to this just to loosen it up a bit. Alright, just a tad more. And I think we're just about ready to go here. Smooth that out a bit. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to set the brush aside here. And we'll go ahead and get going. All right. So I have been using this razor a little bit, and my impression so far of this razor is that it's a pretty mild, open comb razor. It does feel pretty smooth, and I have been able to get some really nice shaves with it. And again, with the Merkur open combs and the Gillette open combs, they're not super aggressive open comb razors like an R41 or a fat tip or something of that nature. But for guys that shave every day, this milder open comb razor seems to be a little bit easier on the face. You know, for people with you know, kind of average beards. Even if you have a heavy beard, I think it would be fine if you're shaving every day. But you know, of course, you know what people like is very individual, and you know what I may like, other guys may not really care for. But for me, the razor works quite well, and I've been really happy with it. I like the smoothness of it, and since I do shave every day, I think that the aggressiveness of it is just fine for that purpose. Another thing I kind of like about this particular open comb head is that the combs are not pointy; they're kind of rounded off, which is kind of nice. I've seen, you know, people on some of the Facebook groups talk about, you know, the pointy open combs not being very comfortable because they're kind of pokey and whatnot. But this is nice and rounded off, so it's quite comfortable to use. So the handle is I haven't measured it, but it looks to be about the same length as the, you know, pretty much most of the Merkur handles, or I'm sorry, the Edwin Jagger and Mula handles. It's got pretty good weight to it. It feels pretty solid, and this black section, it's got a checkering pattern, which gives it a pretty firm, stable grip. So that's pretty nice. It also, the head seems to fit on a fair number of my my other handles. I have used it on the UFO handle, and it does seem to fit on the Icon and Weber Bulldog handles as well. So, and probably for the most part, I would use it on, you know, one of those other handles, because they're a little bit shorter, and I kind of prefer a slightly shorter handle. But this handle's not bad, and you know, the razor does feel solid, and even though it's not a real expensive razor, the quality seems pretty decent. Yeah, I think you get a pretty good deal for your money there with that one. And I think, you know, one of the things I really like about the Duke 3 is that this is a Simpson Best Badger, which does have a little bit of scrub, but this particular one is pretty soft. with just the tiniest bit of scrubbiness to it. But what I really like about it is the size seems to be just about perfect for face lathering, and the balance between the backbone and the flow through on the brush is just really great, and I can really see why the Duke 3 is a real popular model for Simpson. It really works great. And although I do like the chubbies, that whole lineup, this brush probably is a little bit easier to use because it's not as much of a soap hog as the other one, or lather hog as the other one. I think just probably right out of the box, it's probably going to be easier to use. There's not as much of a learning curve with this one as there is with the chubby, but again, it doesn't have the density of the chubby, so if you're looking for a really super dense brush, the chubby, you probably would like the chubby better, but just as far as an all-round good shaving brush, the Duke 3 is really hard to beat. Okay, I think we're going to call it good. So there's the lather. I still got plenty of lather left in that brush. And there you go. So, pretty good. So I'd have to say that Soap Commander soap, for me, is a real good performer. I love the scent of this bay rum, soap, which is the Purpose. That's the bay rum scented one. I also have a couple samples that were sent with this that I'm going to try. One is a sweet tea, which I think is going to be a summer scent, like a limited edition summer scent that they're releasing. And then there's a lime patchouli one, which I'm trying to think what the name of that one is. Let me just look here real quick. I believe it's Respect. But yeah, Respect. That's the lime patchouli. So I'm looking forward to giving those two a try as well. So there we go. Very good. Nice, smooth shave. Very comfortable. Like I said, I've been pretty impressed with this, the Parker 26C, and it felt really good with that Gillette silver blue blade in there. That worked really great. So since I am doing a bay rum shave today, I've got to use the Cat o' Nine Tails for my aftershave. You can't do a bay rum shave without using the Captain's Choice. So go ahead and apply that. So again, the Captain's Choice, the difference, there is a different scent. The scent between the Captain's Choice and the Soap Commander soap is a little bit different. The Soap Commander soap has a little bit, to me, just a bit more sweetness to it, whereas the Captain's Choice is a little bit more herbal. And I do love the scent of the Captain's Choice, kind of that a little bit earthier, herbal kind of scent. Really strikes a chord with me. So, and the Cat o' Nine Tails does have a kind of an interesting warming effect on your face when you apply it. To me, it doesn't really burn like a high alcohol content aftershave would. It doesn't have that initial sting. It's more of a, you do get a little bit of that, but you have more of a kind of a warming sensation on the face, which is kind of interesting. It also has a moisturizing quality to it, which is nice, and it doesn't need to be used with an aftershave balm. But since I'm using the Soap Commander soap, I'm going to go ahead and use the Soap Commander aftershave balm, and this one is Integrity. Integrity is the unscented balm, which I like because it doesn't compete with the aftershave, and I don't have to, just match it with a particular soap or whatever. I can use it with pretty much anything. It does a nice job moisturizing the skin, and it has a little bit of menthol in it, which is really nice. The other thing about it, it doesn't leave the face feeling real greasy. Seems to be absorbed really well. And that little bit of menthol in there is I find to be very soothing on the skin. So there you go. That's the shave today. Just as a little bonus for all the fragrance heads out there, I'm going to go ahead and show my scent of the day. The scent of the day, or my cologne of the day, is this is Lorenzo Villaresi. This is a Spezi eau de toilette, and this really goes great with the bay rum soap and aftershave. I'm just going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to read you what the notes are on this. The top notes on this are coriander, eucalyptus, cypress, bay leaves, and mint. The mid is nutmeg, caraway, fir, cinnamon, pepper, juniper, clove, oregano, and thyme. And the base is rosemary, oak moss, sage, heliotrope, and tomato leaves. And this is just a really nice, spicy cologne. It is, to me, very reminiscent of bay rum. When you spray it on, I get a heavy dose of the spices, which is really nice. And this works really well with the bay rum aftershave. So, anyways, for all you fragrance heads out there, that's my scent of the day. For what it's worth. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.